Ready.
All right, so today we are looking at the first half of section 4.2. We will finish 4.2 tomorrow. Each day does have a homework assignment, so don't worry about that. I won't leave you hanging. This section is all about angle measures in triangles, okay? So here's the most important thing over the next 2 days. The sum of the measures of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So when you add the three angles, you should get 180 degrees. Any questions so far?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, I believe in your notes one of the angles isn't there. So fill in the missing one. And then we're going to find the measure of angle C. Now, all together, the angles should add to what?
180.
180. So what we're going to do is start with the 180. If we subtract the 2 that we already know, that'll give us the third one that we don't know.
52.
52 is the answer. What are your questions? All right, here is example 2. So the one you're missing, yes, angle B is 60 degrees. We're looking for angle A. So how should I start this?
Where you add the ones together and then you subtract it from.
So yeah, you could add those together, subtract it from 180. I usually don't even do that. I just start with 180 and then I do minus minus.
How would you know it's a 180 though? Why would you?
Because we just wrote that down in the big giant box at the top of your notes, that the sum of the measures of a triangle is 180. We always start with 180 minus the 2 you know. That'll give you the one you're looking for. And a few of you already said it. It is 90 degrees. Questions on number 2? Here is number 3. Oh.
Do it mean they're all congruent?
That means they're all congruent.
So it's 60.
So they're all going to be 60. Yes. What's up? Yeah. Yep. Okay. The reason I know this is that it's an equiangular triangle. In an equiangular triangle, it's 60, 60, and 60. If you draw a blank on that, here's how I usually reason my way through it. An unknown is always an x, right?
Yes.
So x plus x plus x is 3x equal 180. And you can actually solve for that x, okay? Or just remember they all have to be 60 if they're equal to each other and they add to 180. Questions?
Nope.
Here is number 4. So I have a 70 and a 70 and I'm trying to find angle B. How do you get 40?
140 minus 180.
Other way around. 180 minus 140.
Yep.
Good. Or you could, if you have a calculator especially, 180 minus minus.
70.
Good. 40 degrees. Questions? All right. Ooh.
Okay, hold on.
It is right.
Anyone have an idea?
Oh, okay.
Me.
140.
We're looking for angle C.
130. Does the line in the middle have anything?
Yeah. No. Okay, hold on. They both have a right angle, right?
Yeah.
So we have a right angle and a right angle.
Yeah.
90 and 90, right?
Yes.
They both have angle A.
Yes.
See how the big triangle has angle A, angle C, and angle B?
Yes.
Okay. So they both have right angles. They both have the same measure for angle A. They both add to 180.
Okay.
So it would have to be
40.
everything's the same.
Equilateral.
Maria.
It's cool.
What's up? No.
It's 60.
Let me see it. Okay, let's pull them apart. So here they are apart, right?
Yes.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
So if I do this, so I can find the measure of angle A in the tiny triangle, right?
Yes.
So what is the measure of angle A?
50.
40.
40. What?
180 minus 90 minus 50 is 40.
It's 40.
Okay.
Yep.
So the measure of angle A in the small triangle is 40. It's the same in the big triangle. Everyone see that?
Yes.
Same angle A. So if this one's 40, now I can do the same process, but 180 minus 90 minus 40. And what do I get? Somebody says it. Yep. 50. Good. I honestly think that, I mean, you can do it that way. I would just look at this and be like, okay, these two are the same. Angle A and angle A are the same, so angle D and angle C would have to be the same. That's kind of the shortcut way. I don't know if you can really prove that or verify that on a test. This is how you'd show it, though. Okay? So you can find the missing angle in the small triangle and then use that information to find the missing angle in the big triangle. What are your questions?
No questions.
No questions. All right. Number 6. We are looking for the measure of angle A. I am given the measure of angle C is 10 degrees. The measure of angle B is 112 degrees. So you do 180 minus minus? 58 is correct. Questions?
Hold on, wait a minute.
All right, here's number 7. Hey, boys. The 10 was on there. I think it's probably the one you needed to add. Every triangle so far has had a missing angle. Like, there's one that none of us have. There's one that's missing on yours to make sure you're paying attention. And then there's one that we're all given. All right, so we have a 50-degree angle. We have a 65-degree angle. We're looking for the other one. It's angle A.
115.
How'd you do that?
60 plus, 65 plus 50. If you add 60 and 50, it gets 110 plus 5, 115. So
Okay, so then what are you going to do?
subtract 115 from 180.
Okay, good. So, a lot of people doing it in their head will do it the way that was just described. You can add the two angles, subtract that one number from 180. Again, like I said, I always use a calculator. So I just type it in 180 minus one angle minus the other angle equals, and it'll subtract them both at the same time for you. And it is 65 degrees. Questions?
Who put all these writings on her?
I don't know, but I like it.
What are you talking
All right, number 8.
about?
Focus. All right, so I have two angles. We have a 90-degree angle. We have a 20-degree angle. We're looking for the missing angle. Yep, 180 minus 90 minus 20 is, in fact, 70. What are your questions? All right. Next, we're going to look at the difference between interior angles and exterior angles.
Oh.
Interior angles are the original angles. The original angles inside a triangle, those are the interior angles. So the ones we were just working with, those are the interior angles. The interior angles of a triangle are the ones that always add to 180. The exterior angles are the angles that are adjacent to the interior angles. So basically, if you take one of the sides and you extend it, the angle that you make is an exterior angle, and it's adjacent to an interior angle. Now, there's a little bit of a trick with the exterior angles. So, we just learned that the sum of these angles, angle A, angle B, and angle C, add to what?
180.
180. Good. Now, if you look at this angle over here, angle 1 and angle C are a linear pair. So they should also, linear pairs add to what? 180. Good. So these three together add to 180. Or these two add to 180. So we use that fact for this shortcut. This angle will be the same as these two added together. Okay?
So say we put either one on marker paper instead of gray. Like you say, if it's the same, then now.
So like I'll either ask you for the interior angles or the exterior angles. Yep. But the two on the inside add to give you the same thing as the exterior angle, like across the triangle. All right, so here's what that will look like. So do you see how these two are both interior angles? And then across we have an exterior angle. These two add to 180. These three add to 180. This guy's the same no matter if you're adding it with the inside or the outside. So the shortcut way to do it is to add these two to find this one. All right, so an exterior angle is an interior angle plus an interior angle, but they have to be across the triangle.
130 might be the same.
So we are going to do 58 plus 72,
Which is 130.
which is 130. That's the same thing as angle A, or sorry, angle 1. Questions? And you don't really have to remember that they, you know, the 180 trick, these three add to 180, these two add to 180, so the 1 and the 2 have to be equal. That's just how I reason through it in my own head. I'm not great at memorizing things, but I'm good at reasoning through them. Any questions? All right. Same thing here. We have an exterior angle. We have two interior angles on the opposite side of the triangle.
60.
So 60 plus 60, good.
120.
120. All right, am I looking at an interior angle or an exterior angle? This is back to interior. So this is more like what we did at the beginning. So what am I going to do now?
80 minus 170.
So when you add them, you get 170. Is that my answer? No, if I was looking for this angle, it'd be 170, but I'm not. So you can still add them and get 170. You just have to remember to subtract that number from 180. Or you can do it the way I've been doing it. Start at 180, subtract one, subtract the other. Boom. All right, number 12. Oh, it's a good one. How does this work?
You tell me.
Is it a
You tell me.
acute angle?
I'm the one learning.
It will be an acute angle. Hmm?
Oh yeah, it does look like it.
So, hold on, wait a minute.
I'm the missing man.
Find the missing measure. We're looking for the measure of angle 1. We're looking for this guy out here. We have an exterior angle. We have an interior angle. We're looking for the other interior angle.
Is it 11?
It's
No.
12.
No?
Wouldn't it be like
58.
55?
Is it 11?
No, that's like 40 something.
How would you get 58?
No,
I
that's
just
smaller
made
though.
like
It's
13
smaller
months.
than the 55. Let's look at it.
But that ain't it though.
How, explain.
Nah, it's-
Yes, what are you thinking?
It's 55 plus 58. 180.
Why did you do that?
113.
That noise was just what'd you do? So you did 113 minus 55?
Same difference.
She get 58.
That's what I said.
I know. You said it right, and I said, how'd you get that? And you wouldn't explain it.
I said 113.
You're like, I don't know. Okay, so if you think about it, these two have to add together to give me this one, right?
Oh.
So if you're going in reverse, you can just take this guy minus this guy and get that guy. Or you can write an equation. So yes, you had the right answer without an explanation. You had the wrong answer with an explanation. You guys should be partners next time. Okay?
Did you say take the exterior number minus the inside number?
If you're given one of the inside ones, yeah, you can just think of it as an equation. So this one plus this one. This is my unknown. You could even use like an x. X plus 55 equals 113. And then to get the x part by itself, you just subtract. If you want to write an equation. A lot of people can just do that reasoning in their head. All right. So back to having two interiors looking for an exterior. Hmm?
75.
105.
How'd you get 105?
Add 60.
Yeah, we're back to two interiors add together to give you an exterior. You get 105. All right. I believe this is our final example of the day. Oh, here, I'll go back for a second. Sorry, getting all excited.
46. 180. 133.
All right.
130.
What'd you get? How'd you get 134?
I added those two.
Good. We got two interiors. We're looking for the third interior, so we'll do 180 minus minus. That is correct. This is where we are stopping for today. Tomorrow when you come in, we will start right with number 15. So basically just start where we left off. All right. We will go through this. Don't forget we are doing lessons every single day this week with a quiz next Thursday.